Hey, what's up guys? D'Artagnan Dems here, again with another True Fit formula. So today we're going to go over the kettlebell. This is one of our fundamental exercises here at True Fit Bootcamp, as it is primary in our core and functional movement, as it is the flexion and extension of the hip, which is primary for hip generation and power for all moves that we do here. All right, so when we take a beginner or we take somebody new over to this, we really want to make sure that we're accenting the posture and where the power is derived from. So I'm going to have Sanam just go ahead and give a couple reps so you guys can have an idea of what we're going to break down and what we're going to go over here. All right, there you have it. All right, so a couple of things. The power comes from the hips, all right? The flexion, give us that flexion of the hips. Give us flexion of the hips, there we go. She's with us now, all right? Flexion of the hips, extension of the hips, boom, right? Now, as she comes forward, she's squeezing her glutes nice and tight, and she's not hyperextending her back. So when she comes forward, boom, we don't have that hyperextension, right? A hyperextension is that extra lean right there. We don't ever want to see that. That's not what is driving the energy and the power, all right? So all she's doing is popping that hip forward. Now let's talk about this upper body. So imagine that she has this kettlebell in her hand. We want to make sure that we have the retraction of the scapula back here. Her chest is out, her shoulders are back. The whole objective of the kettlebell is to break your core, all right? Your core, your abdominals, your lower abdominals, your lower back, your glutes, and your hamstrings. It wants to break that all apart. It wants to push you forward. This is where the core work comes from, all right? That counter resistance of you maintaining that posture as it's pulling you forward. If you break, it has won. When you retract, you create that resistance, which makes this a very strong core exercise. So we want to make sure that as she goes down, she's not bending over like this. She's maintaining that chest up, pushes the hips back, and then boom, pops forward. Now, she's also not lifting with the arms. This is a tendency that we see. This is a 30-pound kettlebell. Sanam is strong, but she's not going to be able just to front raise this kettlebell, right? After 10 reps, she's going to die out. After 5 reps, she's going to die out. That's not where it's happening. Her arms are nice and loose, and she's keeping them nice and tight because she doesn't want to hurt herself. But again, everything is coming from the hips. So let's start with just a slow rock, right? You don't have to get it overhead. Just get that slow little pop. Boom. All right, so notice her forearms are touching her inner thighs. That's a key for me to know that she's not pulling this kettlebell up. She's getting contact with her hip. Notice that pop of the hips. Boom, every time. Boom. Now if I tell her to go a little bit harder, that kettlebell's going to go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Notice that chest is up. She's inhaling, exhaling. Notice there's not a hyperextension of the back, and there you go. Relax. Now, people are always asking, how high do I go with that kettlebell? This is a basic Russian swing. So we usually just have you go right to above head. If you're in a competition or we're doing a race, we may have you go all the way up so everybody's kind of equal and we kind of see the ears right there. But the main work is going to happen in this phase right there. So as long as you get the kettlebell over your head, we know you're doing the work that you're supposed to do. Make sure you squeeze the glutes at the end. There is no hyperextension. You squeeze the abdominals. So at the end of that movement, just mimic it here. Just go right to the end of it. Just go pull right up. Boom. Kettlebell's here. What I want you guys to notice, if you come to the side, you can see this straight line. That's what I want to see. I want to see the abs engaged. The kettlebell is already over her head. All right? So it's not a broken position. Okay? It's nice and tight. Abs are tight. Scapula is squeezed. Abs, glutes, this is the end position. Okay, do 3 reps really quick so they can see that finished product. Nice and tight. Boom, nice and tight. Boom, nice and tight. There you guys have it. All right, go ahead, try this. Start off with the lightweight and slowly work up to it. Again, it's your body weight against that. So you're gonna find that when you do it right, you're able to go pretty heavy and you'll be pretty successful. But start low and gradually work your way up. Make sure you maintain that. And there you have it, guys. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.